I'm really excited because, you know, this is large scale life and this just showed up. Here is a 1/9 scale capper for scale. Let's get this unboxed. Yeah, so this is a 6-foot long table. You can see, hi Ripley. My cat's wondering what's going on. I don't know where the dog is. But, yeah, that's a big truck. I love it. Large scale life. But anyway, let's talk about it. So, yeah, I got it out of the box. Played around with it here in the house just a little bit, you know, terrorized the dog. You know, as one does. And I love it. I really do. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not. We're going to talk about what I love and what I don't love. I, by far, am no expert on the SCX6. I just unboxed it. I've done a little research on it, and I'm just going to tell you what I think so far. Some of the stuff, I may change my mind as I run it. I'm not one of these guys that's going to unbox something and tell you, you need to go out and buy this, blah, blah. I will tell you, you should probably go out and buy one of these because they're awesome. They really are. I've wanted one for a long time. And honestly, the big reason I didn't buy one is I have the SCX10 I love my Jeep. You know, it's one of my favorite crawlers. I just didn't want another Jeep. And let's be honest, Jeeps are played out. They really are. Like, I'm so tired of Wranglers in the crawler world. Like, I'm not saying there shouldn't be any, just I don't want any new ones. Really digging that. I'm glad to have one. This is actually one of the first vehicles I've ever gotten right after it's released to the public. You know, these are just now starting to get out in the wild, and like, I'm super pumped to have one. Like, I really am. So let's take a look at the truck. First off, I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about it, because everybody does the, yeah, this is great, but here's what's bad. No, let's talk about what's bad first, then we're gonna talk about what's great about it. First off, the foams in these tires are horrible. They're terrible. They're way too soft. You know, they feel good. They're going to wrap up nice, but on side hilling, these just aren't going to cut it. Definitely these foams need to be changed, you know, in very short order. One of the first things you need to do is sort these tires. Other things I don't like, moving. It's not that I don't like it. I wish they'd included the driver, like they would have molded the driver into that, but that leaves some customization options. It's going to be hard to put a driver here, or a figure in here, because you can't really tell it from here, but the floorboard goes flat, so it's kind of going to look a little funky, but I think we can make it work. I'll show you that at the end of the video, what I'm thinking about doing. Is there anything else on the outside of the body I don't like? The paint is a little thin. They should have backed it in black or something. It looks very orange, not so much red. I like that. I got no problem with that. If you're looking for a red vehicle, you're not going to be super pleased, but I love this color. What else don't I like while we're talking about the outside? Blah, 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 blah. Same Panhard setup and stuff. That should be dealt with at some point. I'll go ahead and tell you the steering servo. Okay, so hopefully that overhead light doesn't just totally blow this out on camera, but, you know, if I turn it off, you can't see anything. So you can kind of see now where that body's up and you see some light bleeding through. That is one of the things I wish they would have backed this in black or white. I kind of like the orange color. I might back it in white, but that might bring up more red. I don't know. I'll probably back it in black. We'll see. I'll probably just tape everything up. I got to take the interior out of it anyway. I'll show you why here in a minute. Drop the interior out of it. Wiring is pretty good. I did go through over here and tuck some wires in and zip tie and use a little black tape to hold everything out of the way. The LED wires are just, you know, it's not even pulling on them. You can unhook this easy if you need to get in here and work on something, but these could need to be cleaned up out of the box. Maybe they'll do that on later iterations of this. This is like one of the first shipment ones, so, you know, who knows? I think they could tidy up their wiring a little bit. Power switch is a little annoying. It's tucked up under there, but, you know, no harm, no foul. I'm going to be digging into all this anyway. I don't really care about all this scale stuff. You can't see it anyway. I'm probably going to take all this off and see if I can get to that fan, maybe keep that ESC a little cooler. See what's under here. I've never pulled one apart, so I'm not going to tell you whether you can or can't. I'll update you later. If you guys know, leave a comment. So might kind of clear this ESC up anyway. We'll see. It does come with the stuff to put a 5th scale servo in here, so the servo is definitely probably going away. Really, that's honestly it. I got to check the slipper. battery trays. They are adjustable, one on each side. This is a 7,000 milliamp pack that barely fits in sideways. It's too wide to go in. It is 4S. I'm not running this truck on 3S. My big 8,500 milliamp Ovonic batteries will not fit in there. You could trim the battery trays, I think, and I may try to do that on one of them. A 5,200, like my 5,200 packs, my 5,000 milliamp packs, they fit fine. So just realize that you might want to, if I remember, I'll annotate here in the video what the actual measurement is, the max measurement here on these, but they do slide in and out. So that's kind of cool. IC5 connector. IC5 is for your intelligent batteries. EC5 is for regular batteries. They are interchangeable. I run EC5s on all my
As we
bigs.
pause for this brief commercial interruption. So 134 mils is going to be the length on that battery tray. Sorry, I just figured it was easier to jump in here and tell you after I've had some more experience with the truck. These Power Hobby, big 4S Power Hobby 5200s fit great. I've got some new 7,200 milliamp Ovonics that fit really well. I got those from Amazon. I'm going to link to those below. They are about 100. They are exactly 134 mil. Longer battery straps do help, especially with something like these Power Hobbies, which are a very tall battery. They're not exactly a square battery. Laid on their side, these work pretty well, but I don't like the way the cables orientate. So you might want to grab some longer battery straps. These battery straps aren't great. That's one of the things I didn't like about them. I had one of my batteries come loose. So I've got some Apex RC ones in there. They're a little fatter, a little longer. I also ordered a set of the Vitavan, even though I think Vitavan shit is overpriced. I did order a set of Vitavan carbon and aluminum battery trays for the truck. So I'll do a review on those as soon as I get those, and I'll probably add that to my first upgrade video. So you guys stay tuned. You'll see a little preview here of some of the upgrades. So back to my regularly scheduled bullshit. So that's good. So other than that, guys, that's really the only like negatives I can really think of the truck. I absolutely love it. The interior, as you can see, is kind of shallow. It's not a make it or break. There's not a lot of room in here, so I can see why they couldn't put a really full depth interior. I do wish they'd have put that driver in there. I think it'd made life a little easier. You know, put the molded driver in there, but we'll get to that in a minute. So things I love about it, I just love the truck in general. It's really, really cool. It's got the hinge body system, which is absolutely awesome. I'm trying to make this video run long. I just want to give you guys my thoughts. The hinge body is really cool. I dig it. I wish it went all the way up. I really do, but not a big deal. A couple bolts, the whole thing will come off. The bumpers on this are actually really nice, like, you know, for stock. I think you could probably do a little trimming, but they're kind of tucked away. I'm kind of waiting for some of the aftermarket to pop in with some cool stuff. I'd like to see some bigger winches come out for these. I think like the RC4 would have 8th scale winch would actually look pretty good on here. So we'll see if anybody makes a plate or anything. I'm sure I could probably make a plate to put that on here. So yeah, actually really cool. So you've got the same, you've got the front kind of body post that come down, 2 clips go in the front, standard operating stuff. The motor on this is supposedly 4S. I'm going to run on 4S. I'm not running on like crazy power, but I think if you're gentle with it, running on 4S is going to be fine. Really cool. Let's go ahead and okay, yeah, another con I have. I hate this remote. I hate this thing. I hated it on my Crate 8. I hate it on this. It feels cheap. At least it has a foam wheel. I like that it has the thumb steer. That's a bonus. So I'll give them that. It does have the thumb steer. I actually have pretty big hands, and that actually is kind of hard to manipulate. But mainly, it's because this is so slick. This had a little rubber on it. I mean, you could put some grip tape or something on it, but it just feels cheap. It just feels crappy. It's got a lot of controls on it. It does show you your battery level if you have the Spectrum Smart batteries. I'm not paying for overpriced smart batteries, just my opinion. If you do, good for you, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's get her powered up. Better turn the transmitter on. I don't think she'll run away, but you know what? I don't want a 25-pound truck running off my bench. Go right behind the steering arms. Powers up. Now this is probably one of the coolest things about this truck is it does come with the LEDs. So you've got really nice bright headlights. Very, very cool. You got a couple lights, all over down here. You've got your pod lights up here, your A-pillar lights. And as you come around the back,
Got some really cool tail lights. They're not really showing up too well on camera, but you know, cameras like to try to adjust for light and all that. So LEDs, you know, don't generally look too good. It's kind of hard to see the bump. I'm probably gonna drown the camera out, but you got lights down in the bumpers. They're not coming across really well. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. You've got some yellow marker lights down there. They're not coming across really well. You got yellow markers down there. I think it's cool that they did those in yellow. I think that's really cool. I'm digging it, guys. I'm really liking it. Go show you right here. Steering servo. This thing is like wheat, and you can actually hear the fan. I'm not going to talk here, but listen for the fan. So that BEC that's in there is really weak. This truck definitely needs a Beck. So I'll probably put one on there, probably wire one up. There's actually some adapters out there. You don't even have to do any soldering. Probably put a Castle 10 amp in it or something. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the SCX6. I'm really digging it. I may try to go out and run it tomorrow if it's nice out. We got a lot of rain the last few days up here in Virginia. Remnants of Ian kind of blowing over here, dropping a bunch of rain on us. So maybe I'll get out and run it tomorrow. I don't know, if not, it'll be first of the week. But yeah, we'll see. But let me grab a few things. Let me show you a few things we're going to do to this truck, and then we're going to get out of here.
Cool. So putting some new wheels and tires on it. You probably saw that in the little section we jumped into. Gave the inside a blackout job, a little tape job. Did some driver figures. We'll talk about that in the next video. But really appreciate everybody stopping by. Please be sure and check out the update video. And I'll try to be putting up some more videos real often. Catch you later.